Hello friends! This Pokémon game is pretty fun, but these PGs are getting old. I want something new. Let's see if this wand has any power left. Whoa, that was powerful. Well, let's see what we got. The ROM hack we are looking at this time is called Moémon Mega FireRed, a hack of Pokémon FireRed for the Game Boy Advance. I'm sure you already see what the biggest change is, but there is so much more to this hack than just visual changes. So grab your Pokédex and let's catch some Moémon. The current version is 1.4c and it's a result of many years of works by a pretty big community. The full credits list is over 70 names long. The most eye-catching feature of the ROM hack are the totally redrawn Pokémon sprites that reimagine the mons as cute anime characters. These are not furries or monster girls, I describe them as anime characters cosplaying as different Pokémon. There's some true artistry on display. I'm always excited to fight the new Pokémon just to see what they look like. It also makes evolutions even more exciting than usual. You get the evolved character in your roster and get to see what they look like. Most of the sprites are quite feminine looking, but there are also some masculine designs, such as Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan. Well, I know what some of you must be thinking. There must be a lot of stuff here you can show on YouTube. But that's not the case at all. The style is adorable, and at least everything I've seen so far has been completely suitable for all ages. All of the Moémon designs are original for this hack. There's a very large community of designers and sprite artists, and there's a great variation in the characters. For example, Vulpix and Ninetales are imagined as shrine maidens, and Castform, who transforms depending on the weather, is imagined as an idol dressed up for different weather. The evolving Pokémon also have a good sense of progression for their different evolutions. Still, you can easily recognize the original Pokémon they're representing. All of the sprite art is nicely shaded and the style is very consistent. There's even cute mini icons for most Moémon used in different menus. While the new sprites are the most obvious change, it's not all there is to this ROM hack. Pokémon masters might have already noticed some Pokémon that were not originally available in the third generation games. The hack currently has more than 600 different species of Pokémon available for you to catch and befriend. It even introduces the fairy type to the game. But having more than 600 Pokémon in the game wouldn't be great if you couldn't see them in action. The new Pokémon have of course been released to the wilds. Tall grass and dungeons are teeming with so many different Pokémon. Even the very first Viridian forest now has much more than just Weedles and Pidgeys for you to catch. The other trainers and gym leaders all have caught these new species and have very varied parties for you to battle. Coming back to Viridian forests, these bug catchers have been busy, and look at what Brock starts the gym leader battle in Mega FireRed. Even your rival has shuffled his classic party a little. Speaking of battles, the hack slightly increases the difficulty. The dev team is aiming for this ROM hack for people who have previous experience of Pokémon games, while still keeping it relatively casual so everyone can see the new sprites. I'm not the very best trainer out there, but the difficulty has been just perfect for me. I must think a bit about my party composition and need to have a little bit of strategy for my battles. The random trainers never block my adventures, but some of the gym battles have been a real challenge. I couldn't even scratch Erika's Go-Goat before I got my Vulpix and Castform working together. Vulpix made the sun shine, so Castform could rain down fire with the weather ball. It was still a hard fight for the Rainbow Badge. On the other hand, when your opponents have higher level Pokémon, it means your mons get more EXP points and level up faster. I haven't needed to grind at all in my adventure so far. Unlike some other Pokémon ROM hacks, Mega FireRed keeps the main story intact. There are some minor text changes, but otherwise it follows the story of the very first Pokémon games, just like FireRed did. That was actually pretty great for me. I've already really played Pokémon Silver and Pokémon Y before this, and I've been thinking about going back to see the very first story. There are some new areas and events added to the world, so there's something new even for experienced trainers to explore. But wait, there's more! New sprites, new characters, new challenge, and new areas. That isn't even everything this ROM hack has to offer. As the name suggests, Mega Evolutions are also in the game. Currently you can just buy the Mega Evolution stones after obtaining the Mega Bracelet, but it brings some extra strategy to the combat, and it's always exciting to see the new sprites for the Mega Evolved Pokémon. On top of that, there are other smaller changes as well, such as reusable TMs and updated Pokémon movesets that follow mostly the X and Y generation. Sometimes you'll have double battles against wild Pokémon, and you can run from the very beginning. There's even special event distribution Moémon. Being a complex ROM hack, Mega FireRed is intended to be only played on a PC emulator. The dev team recommends playing on a Visual Boy Advance or VBA-M emulators, but others might also work. There's some compatibility issues with the very latest VBA-M versions, but everything up to version 2.1.5 should work. If you get a black screen right in the beginning when you should get the introduction by Professor Oak, you know your emulator isn't compatible. If you get past that, you should be good. As usual, you need to bring your own ROM file to patch, but it's very easy to do with an online patcher. You can find links in the description. I've been mostly playing Moémon in RetroArch VBA-M Core on my Steam Deck. The Steam version of RetroArch is pretty great. It's really easy to install right from the Steam store, and you get cloud syncing of your saves. I also had to try playing on real hardware. The intro crashed, but I was able to skip ahead by transferring the saves from the emulator to a flashcard. I was actually able to play pretty far. Most of the footage in this video is recorded off my analog pocket. Unfortunately, after my Sylveon learned Moon Blast, using it just froze the game. It was pretty cool to play on a real Game Boy, but it's probably better to stick with a reliable emulator if you really want to get into the game. I've heard both trading and battling with emulated link cables should work as well, if your emulator supports that. You should even be able to trade Pokémon with the original Gen 3 games in the emulator. Well, what the heck, let's try it. Looks like it kinda works. The Moémon game was just fine, the Charmeleon arrived without an issue, but the real FireRed didn't like my Mega Evolving Venusaur. I also tested Link battles, which also worked okay until I used a move that doesn't work on real hardware. Well, I'm sure it works better on an emulator. I've had a great time with Moémon Mega FireRed. Originally, I thought I would just quickly check it out to see some of the cute new sprites, but I'm already more than 20 hours into the game. The thoughtfully increased difficulty level has made the battles really interesting, and it's always exciting to see different Moémon designs. I feel like the developers have been able to bring back a lot of wonder and discovery to the old games. If you're looking for a reason to go back to the old Pokémon games, well, look no further. It is a bit weird catching humanoid characters and making them fight for you, but is it really that much different from building your team in Final Fantasy or Fire Emblem game? This version is by no means the last we'll hear from the Moémon community. The developers are already hard at work for a new 2.0 version of FireRed that should bring even more species to the game. The current game is based on a lot of work built over the years, but the 2.0 version will use a new engine that should enable even further improvements to the game. There are also other hacks that bring Moémon sprites to other games, such as the DS Pokémon games. And there might even be further hacks for different classic Moémon games. I mean Pokémon games. Well, that's it for this time. If you enjoyed the review, remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Now let's see if I can reverse this spell. Any charge left here? I think it's dry. Well, I guess it's gonna be cute from now on then.